Hey everybody, it's the Review Revolution, back at you again with something kind of special. For anybody who's been collecting figures, particularly the DC Mattel figures for a while, you probably remember that before the DC Universe series, Mattel had the DC Superheroes line. And there were some actually really great characters that were in that wave. There was Steel, there was a 2-pack of Clark Kent and Superman, and of course there was Mongul. Mongul and actually this other guy, both from that original series. Mattel has started to kind of use these 2-packs as a way of re-releasing some of those characters because they're still perfectly good, and, you know, actually giving people a chance to get them if they miss them the first time. And make a little extra cash at the same time. But, again, I'm really happy with it. I don't have the Mongul or this other guy from those earlier series. So this was a pack I was really, really happy to find and be able to pick up. Only at Toys R Us. I don't know if that's really the case, but that's where I found mine. Taking a look at the pack, you can see it's just an expanded box, an expanded pack from the single carded figures. You know, it's not really in a bubble, but it's got a nice window where you can really get a good look at who's inside. It's actually pretty cool. The background uses the panels. I believe this is from the DC Universe Wave 2, or was it Wave 2, Solomon Grundy, I believe? Correct me if I'm wrong. See Sinestro there, and Hal Jordan there. Very cool. On the back, we've got a picture of Mongul and the other guy. Here we have, I guess, the other 2-pack that was available at the same time, which I do have. It's the Abin Sur and Hal Jordan Green Lantern. Let's pick up another figure pack. Come on, do it! Do it! That's it. Pick another figure pack. Do it! Do it! Do it! For Mongul, his biography is, let's see here, a ruthless conqueror who roams the universe in his planet-sized war world. For amusement, Mongul stages gladiator games with slaves that inhabit this world. After capturing Superman and forcing him into the gladiator pit, Superman refuses to finish off his opponent. Mongul himself then decides to put an end to Superman, but was defeated. Later, Mongul joined forces with the other guy to seek revenge against the Man of Steel. His stats, real name Mongul, occupation Despotic Conqueror. Well, that's even better than Mass Murderer. Base of operations, the War World. First appearance was Adventures of Superman, number 454, April 1980. Special skills, incredible strength, impervious to bodily harm. So he is just a pounding machine. Now, something I think is kind of interesting, and probably one of the more famous scenes from the Superman-Mongul battle, is a moment where Superman is getting up from the ground and then just hits Mongul with his heat ray, just saying, "Burn." That, I think, is a very familiar moment for Superman fans, you know, for people who remember that fight. And that being said, there is a 2-pack in which there is the red-eyed Superman that comes with Brainiac. And I think if they had kind of split that pack up and maybe packaged that Superman with this Mongul, that would actually have been kind of cool. I mean, it certainly would have made a little more sense to me that would be the kind of character you'd put in. You know, as it is, you know, I'm not too upset about Mongul and this other guy. But for now, we're going to go ahead and pop Mongul out of the box, take a look, have some fun. Be right back. All right, everybody, we're back, and we've got Mongul out. And boy, this is such a cool character. I am so glad that Mattel is deciding to put these figures out. I just hate myself for waiting so long to pick up some of the DC hero characters, the 6-inch DC characters. I was picking up the Marvel ones, you know, I really like those, but I was letting the DC ones slip by me, and you know, I just hated myself for it when the DC Universe wave started coming up. But now that Mattel is starting to do these 2-packs, and they're re-releasing some of these characters, I couldn't be happier. These are great. Taking a look at Mongul, one of the first things that came to mind, and I don't know, maybe maybe it's just me, but when I first looked at Mongul, I thought of Peter Boyle from the old Mel Brooks Young Frankenstein movie. Some of you guys may not know that one, but for anyone who knows what I'm talking about, the Mel Brooks movie with Peter Boyle and Gene Wilder, the Young Frankenstein, he just reminds me of the monster. You know, I think it's the bald head and the low brow, and of course that scowl on him. I just couldn't get the Young Frankenstein image out of my mind. So just to embarrass myself a little there. Otherwise, taking a look at Mongul, great looking character, great figure. One of the things about the DC superheroes line was that much like the Lex Luthor and his power suit, there seemed to have been quite a bit more effort put into kind of the unique sculpts of some of the characters. I think Azrael is another good example. Mongul here, it definitely looked as though that each of the characters were really getting their own kind of treatment, and it wasn't kind of just recycling some of the standard body parts. Because I don't think any of these parts have been used anywhere else. And it looks great. It really does. It also makes sense that they would re-release Mongul because of the fact... Oh, he's got a little bit of something here on the shoulder. That they'd re-release Mongul because, being that he was an original sculpt and that they weren't really going to get much use out of the mold again, then re-releasing him was just another way of getting some more value out of their investment. So that's kind of cool. You can see he's got great coloring. The 2 different tones of the purple, 2 different tones of the gray. I love how there's the textured inner part, or the inner part of his chest here, the inside part of the legs. It's really nice. The huge honking boots. You can see there is sculpting on the bottom of the foot. Again, another nice touch that we don't really see that much on the DC Universe figures. So, maybe we'll see more of it, but it's really nice to see on a character like this. In the way of his articulation, the head does go side to side. Goes down and back to straight. The arm does twist. And it goes up and down, though not a whole lot. It's a little limited as far as how high up it can go. Twist at the bicep, elbow, and wrist. It's got the crunch. And twist at the thigh, or twist the waist, excuse me. Leg comes up. Kind of comes out a little bit more. I think that the belt actually does limit the how far the leg can come out. But it's got a twist at the thigh, as I mentioned, knee and ankle. So, really not a lot of difference in the development of the articulation from the early DC superheroes figures. But I would say definitely a figure you'd probably want to pick up. If you can find this particular 2-pack with him and the other guy, you'll be very happy. You'll be thrilled if you don't already have the figures anyway. For now, this is the Review Revolution. Hope you enjoyed watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, join the revolution, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.